human smell. Very unpleasant to Vulcans. Believe me.
Anson Mount explains Captain Christopher Pike's insanely tall Vulcan hairstyle in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 8. 4.5 Vulcans. Strange New Worlds' latest farce turned Captain Pike and 3 other members of the USS Enterprise's crew into Vulcans. While Lieutenant Lon Noonien Singh, Christina Chung, Nurse Christine Chappell, Jess Bush, and Ensign Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding, took on more traditional Vulcan looks, Captain Pike's Vulcanity veered into the absurd, with an even more vertical coif than his already infamous hairstyle, which fans dubbed Pike's Peak. On his Instagram, Anson Mount, @AnsonMount, shared a video explaining how Vulcan Captain Pike's ridiculous hair came to be. Mount explained that he didn't want a traditional Vulcan bowl cut for Pike, but that the captain of the Enterprise's hair should shoot straight up and straight back, becoming a perfect platform. Captain Pike and 4.5 Vulcans on Star Trek: Strange New Worlds explained. Spock, Vulcan Pike and Una, Captain Pike, Lieutenant Noonien Singh, Nurse Chappell, and Ensign Uhura were genetically altered into Vulcans to fulfill a mission, but the novelty went awry when the quartet decided to remain Vulcans. This was especially to Lieutenant Spock's, Ethan Peck, chagrin, as the 4 Vulcans were now a reminder that he is half Vulcan. In Anson Mount's video, Christina Chung, Jess Bush, and Celia Rose Gooding laugh about working with Mount as Vulcan Captain Pike, as his on-set antics were as absurdly funny as Pike's mountainous hairstyle. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds cast also raved about their own Vulcan looks in 4.5 Vulcans. Our take on Captain Pike's crazy Vulcan hair. Vulcan Captain Pike. Captain Pike's Vulcan hair is symbolic of how Star Trek: Strange New Worlds pushed its Vulcan comedic romp to the extreme. However, Pike's lunacy as a Vulcan didn't stop at his hair. Pointy-eared Chris complained about how badly humans spell to Vulcans, and Anson Mount applied his extra-loud Vulcan voice to narrate Star Trek's traditional Space, the Final Frontier speech in Strange New Worlds opening credits. 4.5 Vulcans wasn't as warmly received as Star Trek: Strange New Worlds hoped, with a portion of the fandom upset at various aspects of the episode. However, no one can dispute Captain Pike's Vulcan hair is both ridiculous and unforgettable. Thanks for watching.